We've lost over 90% of New Zealand's wetlands, and it's the same in the Bay of Plenty. So if you look at the Rangataiki Plains, that was a humongous wetland previously. So only 10% left. There's a really limited habitat for the birds and plants and insects and everything to survive. So wetlands perform functions that are not just ecological, they perform functions that can help us with flood protection. The water goes into them, and because the plants slow that water down, it sits in the wetland for a longer amount of time. So water, when it comes out of the wetland, it comes out clearer, a better quality, and at a slower rate.
So this is Tumurau Lagoon. It's one of the last remaining wetlands on the Rangataiki Plains and one of the most intact. The landowners, they've had it for 3 generations, probably about 90 years, and we got involved because it's a really significant site for us. It's one of our priority biodiversity sites because of the flora and fauna which is here. And so for the last 15 years we've been working to try and restore it back into its original condition. This wetland has various numbers of different rare and endangered species. Quite often you'll get a wetland which has 1 or 2, but this site has multiple rare, threatened or critically endangered species of both flora and fauna. So it's really significant that you can find it all in one site, and that's why we got involved and worked closely with the landowner and the Department of Conservation. One of the biggest challenges with a site like this, 147 hectares, is picking what you're going to work at. So what we've done is we looked at the threats and what were the biggest threats, and we've tried to address them first. So willow, so the canopy for the wetland was 90% willow. So the first thing we did was address the willow. The place is really wet, so it's hard to get around, so it's not an easy site to work in. But we also do possum control, we do rat control, we do mustelid control, and we do feral cat control as well.
One of the reasons we want to get involved with protecting sites is to preserve them for the future generations and for the communities to be able to appreciate them.